What's up, everyone? I want to take a moment and talk about what's happening in the crypto world, especially because of the lack of knowledge that is around the crypto and everything that has to do with crypto. A lot of people think that it has something to do with meme coins or it's some type of fishy type of thing to get into, but I've been investing within crypto for the past, I believe, just about 6 or 7 years. I started with Dogecoin back in 2018, and then from there I acquired Bitcoin when it was just around 7,000. I got some Ethereum in the hundreds, Ripple when it was in like 40 cents, and some other crypto tokens. So you can say that I have a really good track record with crypto, and that I've been doing it just for a little while. Now, I want to preface this entire video with saying that this is not financial advice. This is nothing but, call it financial journalism. This is different from my other videos where I'm doing challenges or just giving more like type of mental game. But now that we got that out of the way, I just wanted to go ahead and talk about just what's going on right now in crypto. Now, I believe that there is a study that's out that says that just about only 7% of the world population is actually invested within crypto. And that's kind of insane when you think about it, because in my mind, there's a lot of people in crypto. And, if you don't get the next buy-in, you're missing out on amazing potential. So for it to be this profitable and there not be that many people in it, and it's somewhat early, to me is kind of insane. And especially with all the news that's been going around with Trump supporting crypto, and I don't care about politics, but understanding that he is a world leader and other world leaders as well are backing that same type of mentality. Like, hey, we need to stock up on crypto. It doesn't need to just be gold and silver reserves anymore. Let's stock up on crypto. I believe it has the highest potential to blow. I don't know where it can go, but just something about what I'm seeing on the charts and just what I'm seeing out in the world, applying the technical with the sentiment, it seems like this may be the best time to get into crypto. Like, something that I tell my students every time that I do hop on a live stream is buy crypto. And one that we do look at is ADA, and we also look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, of course, and some other altcoins that I do have in my vault. I really believe that this could be one of the best times to get into crypto. There are altcoins that are less than $1 or altcoins less than $10. I do believe it's going to make a whole bunch of new millionaires. Let's just take a moment and look at what's going on in the crypto space. What we can see right now, this is Bitcoin we have pulled up. And currently we're in a territory to where we've been previously. You can see that there is some rejection that did happen up here the last month, and this is the monthly time frame. Of course, we're going to go down to the lower time frames as well, but I just want to show you what I see on the higher time frames. Like, don't be afraid of this level of resistance right here, where we see this exhaustion, where people ended up selling. They took a lot of their profits here, and that's what caused this sell-off down from the 109 to the lowest, which was 74,650. I don't see this as a bear market. So what ended up happening was a lot of buyers took their profits and got the price down to a new favorable level. So then new investors would get in and buy at this area. Like Michael Saylor, he keeps buying like thousands of Bitcoin at one time. And there's other institutions and trust funds that are acquiring thousands of Bitcoin at a time. And that's what's pumping this up, because it's more favorable to get it at 74K than it is at 109K. That's like a 25% discount. It's about a 32% discount as opposed to, paying full price. And that's essentially how they're looking at it. For us, it's not fathomable because it's at $103,309. So buying 1,000 of them just, it kind of goes over your head, or even buying one Bitcoin kind of goes over your head. You're very okay with just 0.1 of a Bitcoin or even 0.01 of a Bitcoin. This is completely a bull market. Like, if you just see, we've been creating higher lows this entire time. So this is since the 21 crash that ended up happening, right? We went from the height of just about 68K, fell down to 16K, and a lot of investors picked up on that. They didn't give up on crypto. They were just waiting for a better price. they didn't want to pay 60K. They rather pay 16 because you can get a whole lot more tokens for 16,000. Let's say you had 120,000 and you wanted to get into Bitcoin. It's bad to buy 2 Bitcoins at the price of 68,000 as opposed to buying just about, I believe, over 10 or less than 10 Bitcoins at this price. And this is just little money. We're just talking about 100K. We're not talking about billions of dollars. We go from here to our next low, which happens in September 2023, which is the boom and bust. So we have this huge bull run that ended up happening September to March. We had the huge boom. And then from there, we had a sell off again down to 58K. And then, at this point, people are doubting that Bitcoin is going to be a viable asset. What happens next? We have October 2024, or really it starts in September again, right? So we're kind of seeing the trends. September 2023, big boom. Like that's where the start of it happened. Not too much activity happened, but it was the signals of showing that buys are going to be happening. Now, September 2024, the exact same thing happens. And then now we have another low here. We can see that it overtook all of this selling pressure. And right now we're just testing these highs. But I believe there's high potential for it to break the 120 within like the next month or so. It's very possible that Bitcoin could be sitting at 120. But what I do see is them creating a low around the 95 to 100K area. Because now if we have a low at that area, Bitcoin can go a lot higher. What does that mean for you and me? What that means is that there is a bunch of opportunity to succeed moving forward. And this can be through altcoins. Now, I know we didn't go over altcoins. We were just focused on Bitcoin, but understand that altcoins move in tandem with Bitcoin because think about the sentiment. Okay, I want to get into crypto. What's the most known crypto? Bitcoin. Second known crypto, Ethereum. Third known crypto, probably XRP or Litecoin or Solana. That mindset is going, okay, I can't afford Bitcoin. And even if I can't afford Bitcoin, let's say I have $103,640 to buy 1 Bitcoin, not including processing fees. Or I can buy 50,000 XRP with that same amount of money and the same increase. Let's say XRP goes to $10. Now you've got a larger return of investment that you can now fork over into Bitcoin. The more coins, the better. That's the whole point of crypto. You want to have a bunch of coins. You never want to have to sell an entire coin. You want to be able to sell a portion of a coin. So if you have 1,000 coins, you're better off as opposed to having 1 coin because 1 is closest to 0 as opposed to 1,000. If you don't know anything about crypto, I would implore you to start studying and learning about what crypto is. Invest in viable assets. Don't touch meme coins. Meme coins are something that's like a trend. It's a fad. I wouldn't get into that. I would take those same $500 that you're trying to throw at a meme coin and get rich quick. Invest it in an actual coin that has some type of utility behind it. That's essentially what you want to be focused on. And you can read the white papers and everything that you need to, or you can just watch a simple video. Pretty sure Crypto YouTube makes a bunch of them. Or even if you don't care about what it particularly does or what it particularly is, but you do understand that crypto could be very viable for you as a part of your portfolio, I would implore you to kind of rake up some coins. You don't have to do a full send yet, because I believe there are going to be some more retracements, there are going to be some more pullbacks and more opportunities. But I believe within the next, give or take 2 years, crypto could be in a completely different spot than where it is currently today. And for someone who has seen not only the rally, but also the fall, I truly believe crypto is here to stay. It's not going to go anywhere, especially with policies that are being pushed by every world leader to stock up on crypto. That's really all that I want to talk about today. I just wanted to let my audience know, like, hey, if you're not invested in the crypto, I would highly advise you invest in the crypto and do it the right way. If you have any questions, make sure you do comment them in the comment section. And if you ever need a place to be I do have a free Discord, which you can find in the link in the description. If this video was helpful for you, subscribe and turn on post notifications. If you think that this can help out one of your friends or any trading community that you are in, make sure you do share this to them, and be sure to check out my other videos.